Good morning, students. Today we will see what is prime factorization and introduction of prime factorization we have done yesterday. So, what is prime factorization? Prime factorization is to write a composite number as a product of its prime factors. Now, prime factors, the numbers which are prime, those numbers are called prime factors. Now, what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers which has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. So, it means prime factorization of a number means when we split a number or when we write a number as a product of its prime factors. Now, the question is how we will find it out the prime factors. So, there are two methods of finding prime factors of a number. So, here is one of that method is which is called division method. Now, here we will see prime factorization of 24. Now, 24 is divisible by 2. Then first we will divide it by 2. Then what we will get? Yes, then we will get 12. Then 12 again a factor. We can divide 12 by 2 again. Then we will divide it again. 2 6 times will be 12. Then again we will divide 6 by 2. So, we will get 3. Now, we will divide it by 3. 3 ones are 3. Now, you have to do division until you will not get 1 as a quotient. So, keep on dividing it until you will not get 1. So, now here the prime factorization of 24 or the prime factorization of 24 we can write it like this: 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 then multiply by 3 which is equal to 24. Now, why it is called prime factorization? Because all these numbers are prime numbers, and when we are finding prime factorization, then all the numbers are prime factors, means factors which you are getting of a number are primes. Now, we will see another method of finding prime factorization of a number, that is this method is called division method. Another method by using factor tree, which you have done in your previous class also. So, let us see that method also, how we will form a factor tree of a given number. Now, 24. Now, the first factor is 2. 2 will be divided by 12, then we will get 24. Then now 12 can be break up into 3. 3 4s are 2 and then 2. So, all these factors like 2, 2, 3 and this 2 also. We can draw this factor tree in another method also, in another way also. And this factor tree is yet another method of forming or for getting prime factorization of a number. So, most probably it is up to you beta. If you find it out that this factor tree method is more easier, then you can use that method and then you can practice that division method. So, these two methods are there for finding prime factorization of a number. Now, let us see one more example of a division method. Now, prime factorization of 80. How will you do this prime factorization? See, first it is divisible by 2. Now, in dividing these numbers, that divisibility rule is quite useful for you, which we have done in our previous exercise. Now, this will be divided 2 will be divided, 80 will be divided by 2 first, then we will get 40, then again 40 will be divided by 2, you will get 20, then again 20 will be divided by 2, you will get 10, and then 10 is divided by 2 and then you will get 5, then 5 ones are 5. Now the prime factorization of 80 is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5. So that is prime factorization of given number, and this method is called, yes, correct, this method is called division method. So I hope this division method is clear to you all. Now we will do questions related to this prime factorization from the exercise. So let us start the exercise. So now up to question number 5 we have completed in our previous class. We will start with question number 6. Now name the smallest prime number. Yes, the smallest prime number is 2. And one more question will be formed from this. The smallest even prime number is 2. So here it is asked that what, name the smallest prime number, you will write the answer 2. B, name the smallest composite number. Yes, that is correct. The smallest composite number is 4. So now we will move to question number 7 now. Write the greatest prime number between 21 and 27. Now the greatest prime number between 21 and 27. See, now in between 20 and 27 we are getting only one prime number, which is 22. No, 22 is wrong, because 22 is having 2 and 11, 2 factors, and 1 is also, and 22 itself, 4 factors are there. Yes, the only prime number which comes between 21 and 27 is 23. So here the greatest prime number between 21 and 27 is 23. Now question number 8, write a pair of twin primes. Write a pair of twin primes. Now what are twin primes? Two prime number whose difference is 2. Two prime numbers whose difference is 2, they are called twin primes. Now so many are there, you can write any one, 3 and 5, 5 and 7, 11 and 13, any one you will write. Now question number 9, which of the following are prime factorization? Now this you have to find it out whether all the numbers are prime or not. Now see in 9th A part, 35. 35 we will get 35 by 5 multiplied by 7. Now 5 and 7 both are prime numbers. So yes, it is a prime factorization of 35. Now come to 54. 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 9. Now 9 is a prime factor? No, 9 is a composite number. 9 is not a prime number. So we will write in B, no, it is not a prime factorization. Now come to C, 114. Now 2 is prime number, 3 is prime number, and 19 is also a prime number. So we will say yes, it is a prime factorization. Now come to D part, 124 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 31. Now here all the factors are prime, 2 is also a prime number and 31 is also a prime number. So we will say that yes, it is a prime factorization. See, in this 9th question you have to write only yes and no. E, 180, 180 is equals to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 15. Now in this E part, 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, but 15 is not a prime number. That is a composite number. So we'll write no, it is not a prime factorization. Now in F part, can you see in F part any composite number? Yes, 4 is a composite number. So it is not a prime factorization. So in this question you have to write yes, it is a prime factorization. No, it is not. Now come to question number 10. Write the prime factorization of the following numbers. Now we'll see how we will find prime factorization, which we have seen in the beginning of the video. How we can find the prime factorization by division method. So let's do this question number 10. So let's start question number 10. Write the prime factorization of the following numbers. Now A part we have, that is 36. So in the solution we will start with the first prime number, that is 2. 2 1 times will be 2. 1 will be left. 2 8s are 16. Now come to next. 2 9s are 18. Now it will goes on the second prime number, that is 3. 3 3s are 9, and then 3 1 times. So we have got 1 as a quotient. Therefore prime factorization of 36 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 and then multiply by 3. So this will become prime factorization of 36. Now what you have to do, you will start with the smallest prime number. By the divisibility rule, you will be able to know that that number is divisible by 2 or not. If it is not divisible by 2, then start with 3. And if it is not divisible by 3, you can start with 5 or 4. Okay, got it? Now let's see B part of the same question. B part is 48. Now we'll start the solution of this question. Start the division method. 48. Now as you can see, we have even number on the ones place. So it is divisible by 2. 2 2s are 4. 2 4s are 8. Again it will goes on 2. 2 1s are 2. 2 2s are 4. Again it will goes on 2. 2 6 are 12. Again it will goes on 2. 2 3s are 6. And then lastly with 3. 3 1s are 3. So therefore prime factorization of 48 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3. So this will be the prime factorization of 48. Fine. First we have started with 2, then 24, then again 2, then 12 we have got, then we'll divide it by 2 again, then 6, then again 2, 3 times, then 3 1s are 3. Therefore prime factorization of 48 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3. So now let's see our C part, that is 84. Our C part is 84. So let's see the solution of 84. As you can see the number, this number also has an even number on the ones place. So it is divisible by 2. We'll start with 2 only. 2 4s are 8. 2 2s are 4. Again it goes with 2. 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2. Now it is not divisible by 2. So now we'll see whether it is divisible by 3. Yes. 3 7s are 21 and lastly 7 1s are 7. So therefore prime factorization of 84 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 and then multiply by 7. So this will be the prime factorization of 84. Let's start our question next, that is 120. It's quite simple. You have to follow that divisibility rule. By following that divisibility rule, you will be able to know the numbers, that whether this number is divisible by 2, whether it is divisible by 3. So now as you can see, this 120, again even number is there on ones place. So it is divisible by 2. 2 6 are 12, 0. Then 2 3s are 6, 0. Again it will goes on 2. 2 1 times and then 2 5s are 10. Then 3 5s are 15 and then 5 will be goes 1 times. So now here prime factorization, you will write therefore prime factorization of 120 is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 and then multiply by 5. So this will become your prime factorization of 120, that is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 and then multiply by 5. So now we will see some bigger number, how we will find it out, the prime factorization of the bigger number. So now we'll see our E part, that is 356. As you can see, on the ones place we have an even number. So the division of this number, that is 356, will be started with 2 only. Now 2 ones are 2, 1 will be left, 2 sevens are 14 and then 2 eights are 16. Again it will goes on 2 times only. 2 eights are 16 and 1 will be left. Then 2 nines are 18. Now we have got 89. Yes, correct. 89 is a prime number. So it will goes on 1 times only. Therefore, prime factorization of 356 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 89. Now move on to the next question, which is F. F is 840. Now you have to find it out, the prime factorization of 840, which is a little bit bigger number than the earlier one. So again you can see on ones place you have 0. So it will start with 2. 2 4s are 8. 2 2s are 4 and then 0. Start with 2 again. 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2 and then 0. Again it will goes on 2 only. 2 1s are, then 1 is smaller, 0. 2 5s are 10. Now it will not divide it by 2. Now it will goes on 3 times. Why? Because 5 plus 1 6 and 6 is divisible by 3. So the next factor will be 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. Now it will goes on 5 times. On 5, 5 sevens are 35. Now it will goes on 7. 7 ones are 7. Then you will write therefore prime factorization of 840 will be, what will be the prime factorization? 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2, then multiply by 3 multiply by 5 and then multiply by 7. This will be the prime factorization of 840. As you can see the factors of 840, 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 7. Therefore, prime factorization of 840 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 7, which is a bit bigger number which you have done earlier, but it is quite simple. If you remember the divisibility rule, you can do these question very easily. Now the next is 720 and 980. So now G and H you all will do it yourself, that I will not tell you. Now come to question number 11. G and H will be your homework for today. Find the prime factorization of the smallest number of 3 digit. Now which is the smallest number of 3 digit? Tell me fast. Which is the smallest number of 3 digit? Which is the smallest number of 3 digit? Yes, correct. The smallest number of 3 digit is 100. Now you have to find the prime factorization of 100. Quite simple. 2 5s are 10, 0. Again with 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. Now it will goes on 5, 5 5s are 25. Again we will divide it by 5, 1. So therefore prime factorization of 100 will be 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5 multiply by 5. So this will be the prime factorization of smallest 3 digit number. What we have done first? We have written the smallest number of 3 digit, which is 100. Then we have find it out the prime factorization of 100, which is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5 multiply by 5. I hope that is clear to you all. So now children, with this question we have completed our exercise 4.2. So now we will see what are common factors. An introduction of common factors will do it. Now factors, you all are aware of it. What is factors? Now common factors. Common factors means when you have been given with two numbers and you have to find factors of both the numbers, and after finding factors of both the numbers, then you have to find it out common factors between the factors of those two numbers. Now here one example is given. Let us consider two numbers 24 and 56. Now factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. These all are the factors of 24. Now let's see factors of 56. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 14, 28 and 56. Now in the circle we have written the factors of both 24 and 56. Now which are the common factors? 1 is common in both. After that, yes, 2 is common. After that, 4 is common and then 8 is common. So therefore the common factors of 24 and 56 are 1, 2, 4 and 8. So like this you have to find factors of both the numbers which are given to you, and after that find the common factors between both the numbers. So that is our next exercise. After finding common factor, then we are going to find it out HCF. And now what is HCF? Highest common factor. So what we will do, that if two numbers have been given, as you can see on the screen, two numbers have been given. Let us consider two numbers 12 and 28. Now the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And the factors of 28 are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. Now you can see factors of 12 and factors of 28. Now first we will find it out common factors of 12 and 28. As you can see above, the common factors of 12 and 28 are 1, 2, 4. Now how we will find highest common factor? Highest means the greatest one or the biggest one. Highest common factor among all these common factor is 4. Therefore, HCF of or highest common factor of 12 and 28 is 4. So, these kind of a question are also quite simple, but you have to take care when you are writing factors of a given number properly, and then only you can find it out the common factors, and after that you can find it out the common factors. Now what is given? We have learnt in standard 4 the method of finding HCF of two numbers by the factors of given numbers. Here we shall use the division method of finding HCF of two number. Now here we will learn HCF, how we will find HCF by successive division method. Successive division method, by using successive division method we are going to find it out the. So HCF by successive division method, today we will see an introduction of this. Sometimes it is very difficult to find the common prime factor of a given number. Example, if the numbers are 2313 and 4819. If you have such kind of a bigger number, then it is not possible to write all the factors of that numbers. So in that case we will use this successive division method. Now this method is based on the following two principles. A, if a number is divisible by another number, then every multiple of the first number is also divisible by the second number. Example, if 8 is divisible by 2, then 16, 24, 32 are also divisible by 2. Now B, the second principle is, if a number divides two given numbers, then it divides their sum and difference also. That we have seen in our previous exercise. if a number divides two given number, then it divides their sum and difference also. Example, if 6 divides 12 and 42, then 6 divides 42 plus 12, which is 54, and 42 minus 12, which is 30 also. So let us find the HCF of 120 and 208 by using successive division method. So this successive division method we are going to start, and common factors we are going to start tomorrow. We'll do the introduction of common factors also, questions related to common factors, and after that we will come to that successive division method. So that's all for today, and the homework which I have given, that you will complete it. That's all for today. Good day, children.